down causes early morning flight delays at ANR Robinson International Airport. Tobago's Carifta gold medalist awarded a full scholarship. New Tobago police constables receive hands-on training, and tonight we shine the spotlight on a young athlete making waves internationally. Good evening, I'm Kristen Salandi. Welcome to the Tobago Updates television news for Tuesday, 15th of July, 2025. To our top story. Flights at the ANR Robinson International Airport were delayed earlier today due to an unexpected obstruction on the tarmac. The disruption, which affected several early morning departures, was caused by a fire engine that broke down on the runway. The first flight, which is usually scheduled for 6:55 a.m., was delayed until approximately 8:15 a.m. as airport personnel worked swiftly to remove the stalled vehicle and clear the area for safe operations. Passengers were asked to remain patient as safety protocols were followed to avoid further disruptions or hazards. Airport authorities confirmed that maintenance teams were immediately dispatched to the scene and the fire engine was successfully removed just before 8 a.m. Normal operations resumed shortly after. Oshea Cummings, a standout athlete and student of Mason Hall Secondary School, continues to make Tobago proud. The Carifta 2025 gold medalist has secured a full athletic and academic scholarship at Hydel High School in Jamaica. The scholarship, presented yesterday at the Scarborough Medical Laboratory, was made possible through a partnership between Gulf Coast Radiology Limited and Hydel High School. It includes full tuition, track and field equipment, school uniforms, textbooks, room and board, travel expenses, physiotherapy and massage therapy sessions, and extra academic lessons if needed. Cummings' achievement highlights the intense talent found in Tobago's youth and the importance of continued investment in sports development. Her transition to Hydel High, known for its strong athletic program, is expected to open new doors and elevate her performance on the international stage. Family members, school officials, and community stakeholders attended the scholarship presentation to show their support and pride. Oshea Cummings is set to begin her new journey in Jamaica for the upcoming school year. A significant conflict has emerged over the future of the long-awaited Penal de Bay South campus, with the University of the West Indies UWI and the government of Trinidad and Tobago presenting contradictory plans for its activation in August. UWI recently announced an August opening for its self-financing Global School of Medicine, GSM, approved in 2021, stating that key buildings have been restored to a high standard for international students. Reporter Joel Green-George has the details.
The university is actively recruiting, offering tuition discounts with plans to offer blended courses from various faculties including science and technology, food and agriculture, engineering and humanities and education, alongside UWI Roytech programs. However, Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar on UNC's July 7th report declared plans to engage a consultant in July for campus repairs, with work commencing in August.
So the first thing, we will hire a consultant to do an assessment of what the scope of works would be. That will be phase one. And I give you this assurance, God willing, that will happen sooner than later in this vacation time, school vacation time. And then we will go to phase two, when the scope of works is identified, to see what exactly now needs to be done. So the consultant will be brought on board in July. We believe repairs can begin in August and can continue thereafter. So Debe campus, I have not forgotten you.
The Debe campus, initiated in 2012 with a $499 million budget for the Faculty of Law, saw its purpose shift to medical sciences in 2019 after protests. Former Education Minister Dr. Gadsby Dolly supported the medical school plan in 2023.
And so, as I did once before, my dreams were then shattered. When the campus, really, what was it, 85% complete? They just shut it down for 10 years. That we are back.
One thing the UWI and the government both seem to agree on is the revenue that the South Campus is expecting to bring to Trinidad and Tobago.
You know what we'll bring? Foreign exchange. It'll be a state-of-the-art campus. St. Augustine could do it, but they're already crammed to the brim. And so this campus here in South, persons don't come for the whole CARICOM. And guess what? Anybody have little house on land and thing? They have to rent. So instead of sending South people to rent in St. Augustine, let's bring CARICOM people to rent in this part of the world.
Meanwhile, the Division of Education, Research and Technology, in a July 10th social media post, is inviting Tobagonians to take advantage of an exclusive offer of up to 40% off full tuition for 20 eligible students. This offer comes from the UWI for their Global School of Medicine. The division says that this offer is possible, quote, thanks to the bold partnership between the Division of Education, Research and Technology and UE, end quote. This standoff underscores challenges in national development projects, particularly as public education spending in Trinidad and Tobago has seen a decline from 3 to 2.88% of GDP in 2022. The contrasting visions leave the academic community and aspiring students awaiting clarity. Jewel Green-George for Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
The Tobago Heritage Festival 2025 this week has the highly anticipated Folk Fiesta on Tuesday, July 15th at the Shore Park Complex from 3 p.m. We Tambourine Story 2, July 16th at the Hope Community Center. Youth Quake, July 17th at the Shore Park Complex. Courtship Codes, July 18th at the Golden Lane Government Primary School. Tobago Old Time Wedding in Mariah, July 19th. And then we head to Mason Hall on Sunday, July 20th for the games we used to play.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Welcome back. In a bid to strengthen the capacity of the recruits in the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Tobago Division, Administrative Sergeant Emmanuel York of the Scarborough Police Station launched the Probationers Developmental Workshop. Held at the newly refurbished Scarborough Conference Room, the 2-week program offered probationary constables hand-on training in crime scene response, traffic accident investigations, fingerprint collection, statement taking, and case file preparation. Sergeant York introduced the initiative to bridge the gap between theory and practice, giving young officers the tools they need to perform with confidence and competence. Participants described the workshop as intellectually fulfilling and confidence-building, praising the practical scenarios and continuous assessments. The initiative is expected to play a key role in developing a new generation of officers committed to upholding the highest standards of professionalism and ethics within the TTPS. CARICOM Youth Ambassador Luke James Trim recently delivered a compelling address at the Bahamas Youth Climate Change Conference, making a strong case for Tobago's legislative autonomy. James Trim highlighted that self-governance is essential for environmental resilience and sustainable development, particularly for small developing states like Tobago. Reporter Kimberly Mitchell has more.
CARICOM Youth Ambassador Luke James Trim recently delivered a compelling address at the Bahamas Youth Climate Change Conference, making a strong case for Tobago's legislative autonomy. James Trim highlighted that self-governance is essential for environmental resilience and sustainable development, particularly for small island developing states like Tobago. He emphasized that Tobago's unique and fragile ecosystems, the authority to craft and enforce environmental laws tailored to its specific needs rather than relying on policies that may not fit its reality. James Trim also linked autonomy to tourism governance, referencing a recent incident at the Nylon Pool as a clear example of a governance gap that underscores the need for Tobago to manage its prized natural assets effectively. Beyond policy, James Trim, a law student and media advocate, spoke about intergenerational climate action, calling for a new era of climate storytelling led by young people. He stressed the importance of translating scientific data into culturally resonant language and imaginary to connect with Caribbean communities. His message, weaving together policy, people, and platforms, served as a timely reminder of autonomy's practical role in protecting Tobago's environment and elevating public safety. I'm Kimberly Mitchell, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Tonight, we shine the spotlight on a young and very promising long-distance runner, Taj Moses, who took a bold step onto the international stage, placing second in an overseas 800-meter race in Canada. Competing against a strong field of athletes, Taj crossed the finish line in 23 seconds, a new personal best and significant milestone in his athletic journey. He has been steadily climbing the ranks since his early days on the local circuit. His dedication and hard work are beginning to pay off, and this win places him firmly on the radar as a future star in Tobago's athletics.
Standard 1 student Taj Moses of Lambo Anglican Primary School is proven to be a standout on and off the field. The young athlete recently achieved a personal best of 2 minutes and 33 seconds in an international 800-meter race in Canada. Taj says while he loves football, track chose him.
Well, in Lambo Alliance, they were looking for some kids to join the club, and my father just put me in the club.
It is to be noted, Moses is a primary school road race champion.
In June, I competed in the NGC juveniles, and I participated in the under 13 1,800 and high jump. 7th in the high jump, 2nd in the 800 and 3rd in the boys 1,000. And I am currently the National Primary School 3K champion.
Coach Kyle Joseph instructed him through several challenging routes.
Well, I was anxious a little bit, but the preparations were hardcore. Coach had us running up hills to build endurance, and we used to do sprint work for the final few meters.
When you say running up hills, give us an example of which hill he had you running up on.
Like steep hills.
Which part in Tobago, if you could remember?
In Montgomery by the field.
Moses is an all-round student, excelling in both sports and academics. Whether he is on the track, the football field, or in the classroom, the young Lambo Anglican Primary School student continues to impress with his dedication, discipline, and drive for excellence. Alia Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Hair goals, we've got them. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
My name is Tina Macmillan, your last year's third place winner and the Miss Photogenic for last year's Miss Heritage Personality Show. And this year, I want to carry you with me for my Tobago Heritage experience. I'll be hosting with Tobago Updates, bringing you live coverage behind the scenes and also their giveaways, tickets to the heritage events, and a 2-night stay to the Manzolina Grand. So you need to stay locked on to Tobago Updates on all their social media platforms, Keena Macmillan on Facebook and originalmedusa.tt on TikTok. My Tobago Heritage Experience with Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back. Do something and roll back, come let me reel. I make a brush back. Do something and do something.
The Tobago Heritage Festival 2025 this week has the highly anticipated Folk Fiesta on Tuesday, July 15th at the Shore Park Complex from 3 p.m. We Tambourine Story 2, July 16th at the Hope Community Center. Youth Quake, July 17th at the Shore Park Complex. Courtship Codes, July 18th at the Golden Lane Government Primary School. Tobago Old Time Wedding in Mariah, July 19th. And then we head to Mason Hall on Sunday, July 20th for the games we used to play.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Welcome back. A political firestorm is brewing in Trinidad and Tobago, where the government claimed at its last post-cabinet briefing that it averted a nearly $1 billion loss in state revenue by correcting what it called a, quote, detrimental mistake, end quote, in a major deep-water energy contract approved just months ago by the previous administration. Reporter Joel Green-George has the details.
The bombshell allegation centers on a production sharing contract involving energy giants Woodside and BP. According to the current energy minister, a note taken to cabinet in January 2025 by his predecessor Stuart Young contained a flawed pricing model that would have drastically reduced the government's share of profits from the venture.
It was only discovered in April 2025 that the note taken to cabinet and approved contained a detrimental matrix involving costing and returns to the government.
The minister detailed that over the life of the project, the country would have forfeited billions of dollars, a critical loss for the nation's treasury.
The country stood to lose in terms of revenue 6.7 billion Trinidad and Tobago dollars because of the note taken by Mr. Stuart Young.
In a stunning twist, the government revealed the error was not uncovered by its own technocrats, but was flagged by the international energy company involved. An investigation has now been launched into the colossal oversight.
I have asked, incidentally, for a complete investigation by the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries as to how an error, a mistake, a miscalculation could take place with a pricing matrix that allows a government to lose $1 billion United States dollars.
The revelation has sent shockwaves through the political and business communities, with calls mounting for a full, transparent inquiry into the near miss that could have profoundly impacted the nation's finances. Mr. Young has yet to publicly respond to the allegations. Joel Green-George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The government of Trinidad and Tobago is taking its most definitive step yet towards restarting its long-dormant Guacara oil refinery, a move with significant implications for the nation's economy and regional energy security. The refinery, a key asset of the former state-owned oil company Petrotrin, was shut down in November 2018, resulting in thousands of job losses and a significant impact on the country's GDP. Here's more from reporter Joel Green-George.
The new administration announced on July 10th the formation of a special committee to be tasked with creating a strategy for the refinery's reactivation. In making the announcement, the Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, MP for Oropouche East, Dr. Rudal Munilal, highlighted the socio-economic fallout from the 2018 closure as a primary motivation for the move.
It was the intention of this second administration of Mrs. Prasad Bisesa to reopen and reactivate the Guacara refinery, which was slammed shut by the former administration and led to several social and economic dislocations, and of course the Forex crisis.
Leading the high-profile committee is a familiar name in the nation's energy sector, former Energy Minister Kevin Ramnarine. His appointment signals the government's intent to draw on experienced hands to navigate the complex revival process.
A committee has now been approved by the cabinet. The committee would be led by former Minister of Energy and Petroleum Engineer Mr. Kevin Ramnarine.
The committee, which includes technical experts and representatives from the powerful Oilfield Workers Trade Union, has been given a firm deadline to deliver its findings. These will form the basis of the government's final decision on a partnership model and operational plan.
We are hoping that this committee will take a maximum of 4 months, maybe less, to return with a report to the Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, which will be transmitted to the Cabinet.
The decision is being watched closely by citizens hopeful for an economic boost and by international markets assessing the potential return of a 170,000 barrel per day processing facility. Joel Green-George for Tobago Updates Television News.
The weather report is up next.
I see girls, I see fun, I see winding up in the sun.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2025. This week has the highly anticipated Folk Fiesta on Tuesday, July 15th at the Shore Park Complex from 3 p.m. We Tambrin Story 2, July 16th at the Hope Community Center. Youth Quake, July 17th at the Shore Park Complex. Courtship Codes, July 18th at the Golden Lane Government Primary School. Tobago Old Time Wedding in Mariah, July 19th. And then we head to Mason Hall on Sunday, July 20th for the games we used to play.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meat served in a variety of flavors, garden salads, and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Now for a look at the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight is expected to be mostly fair, apart from the odd passing shower. You can expect nighttime temperatures of around 25 degrees Celsius. For tomorrow, generally hot and hazy conditions are expected, despite the likelihood of a few showery spells, favoring the late afternoon into the evening period. Daytime temperatures are set to reach 31 degrees Celsius, with a heat index of 34 degrees Celsius. Seas should be moderate, with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 5:48 and the sunset is at 6:30. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines. Fire truck breakdown causes early morning flight delays at ANR Airport. Tobago's Carifta Gold medalist awarded a full scholarship. And new Tobago police constables receive hands-on training. I'm Kristen Zalandi. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great night.